Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's LodeStar's Lending Leaders. So we just wrapped up our first season formally with an interview with my co-founder, David Spector. Hope you all listened to it. Really appreciate your viewership in general, your listenership, I guess is the right term. So instead of taking a break for a summer, what we're deciding to do is have a little bit of fun. We're calling it the LodeStar Lending Leaders Summer Season. Elena Gardner, our sales and marketing manager, is here to join me for this today. Over the course of the summer, you're going to be hearing a lot of different people from LodeStar. We're really just going to throw some darts against the wall in terms of topics we talk about, and hopefully it's interesting. Maybe not, but there's going to be a lot shorter podcasts overall, and a wide array of topics. Some that have a little more to do with the mortgage industry than others. If there's anything you want to talk about, if you want to come on the podcast, let me know. We think this is going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully we stumble on something that people like. So without further ado, what we're going to do today, and maybe a little bit throughout the summer, is we spend a lot of our time normally talking about the mortgage industry to millennials. What's debt to income ratio, what you should be looking at the loan estimate form. So we're going to flip that today and instead talk to you mortgage professionals about millennial terms. So the one that we want to cover, and that's why we have Elena on as our in-house millennial, is hot girl summer. You may have heard the term, you may have not heard the term. It can also be called hot guy summer as well. So let's talk about what exactly hot girl or hot guy summer is and why should you care?
I mean, there's a lot of different things. And I would like to point out that I am not the only resident millennial at the company, for sure.
I'm technically a millennial too, but I'm an older one. So.
But there's a lot of things that I think fall under the hot girl summer, but I think the one that's going to be most impactful to this conversation is kind of this moment where everyone's been cooped up for the last year and everyone is just ready to get out of their house, enjoy the summer, do all of the things they didn't get to do last year while everyone was drinking White Claws in their living room, thinking that they were maybe going crazy. Mm-hmm. So that's really, I think, what hot girl summer is for me. I plan to spend way too much time at my pool and probably drink one too many White Claws like most people, but I will be doing it outside of my house this year.
I was about to say, now instead of drinking White Claws inside, you're drinking them at the beach.
Yes, that is the goal.
I think the term hot girl summer, hot guy summer has a lot to do with singles, people who have been dating but not really dating over the last year, now out again, right? And anyone who lives in a city, an area with a lot of young people can probably see that. I was in Boston last weekend and it was very apparent to me. Even here in Philly, it's definitely a noticeable change in a good way. I think it's part of that return to normalcy.
Yeah. So, and I definitely don't envy anyone who's trying to date in this current climate at all. It seems very stressful. I know friends that are doing it and it's not, it doesn't seem fun, but it's time to go to a bar, meet some people and see what happens, right? I mean,
probably easier now than it was a year ago too.
Yes.
I remember as things were slowly opening up last summer just to be like outdoors, there was a group of college age girls that walked by my wife and I when we were getting coffee one Saturday morning. And we just heard someone say, "This sucks. Guys can't even buy us drinks anymore." So at least now, hopefully that girl is getting a lot of free drinks and really embracing hot girl summer.
I think that's a really good goal. And I think it kind of relates back to like the slowdown we've kind of seen as the summer has hit, right? Everyone has vacation time. Everyone wants to leave their house. Mm-hmm. Is anyone actually paying attention at their job right now?
Right, exactly. Especially school just got out, so take the kids away, go on vacation, use vacation time. Mm-hmm. From people we talk to in the industry, just the slowdown professionally, especially the mortgage industry that has been fortunate to be very busy. Everyone's just so burnt out that, hey, let's finally take some vacation. Let's, kind of enjoy the fruits of our labor and the privilege we've had over the last year or so to be really busy. So one thing that hot girl summer is not is hot housing summer, right? Like we are not seeing, not only is the industry kind of slow and internally and the things that they're doing, but we're seeing a slowdown in mortgage applications. We're seeing a slowdown in refis, a slowdown in purchases. Obviously, there's some economic factors for that, rising interest rates, limited supply. But even that, I don't think people want to bother looking for a house right now.
Well, and I think to the point of like, right now your newest first-time home buyer is the Millennial Market. And so many, my husband and I looked at it, and we had friends that had to put 10, 15 offers in on a house before they got an offer accepted for a significant amount over asking price. And it's so stressful, and it just seems like a lot of things, like you don't need that stress right now, especially coming out of what we just came out of.
Absolutely. And coupled in an area like the Northeast here, or even out west, doing that all in 90 or 100-degree heat to boot isn't really that interesting to people.
Yeah. And I think too, I've seen some things like a lot of student loans are on hold. So I think we will see some millennials come out of this with a little bit more in their savings account and ready to put a down payment down. But at the same time, student loans are still very much a thing as well for so many of us.
And then not to mention what's happening with forbearance and foreclosures and whether that's going to affect people. There's just still a lot of uncertainty, even with everything kind of going on. So it's more of a time to celebrate and less of a time to make a major financial decision.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely see everything come back potentially in the next 6 months or so. But I think for the summer, everyone's just going to have a good time. Yeah. And they're more focused on that than making a major life choice.
Well, let's hope come September, we're talking about hot housing fall. So
yes.
Well, we'll think of a catchier title by then. But going along the lines of summer plans, what have you done, Elena, or have planned that you're excited about that you have not done in the last year and a half?
So the biggest thing that my husband and I do on vacation is we like to visit different cities and go to way too many breweries and way too many wineries. Because it's something that we really like to do. And we like to see kind of how the local scene is and, support those small businesses. And last year we supported what we had around us, but we didn't really get to try new places or see new things or bring our dog on long car rides, which is what we do. So I'm really excited to do that. We're just going to do a drive down to North Carolina, see some places in Virginia and all of that this summer. So I'm really excited about that. What about you, Jim?
Sounds great. Similarly, seeing a lot of family this summer, both down the shore and going up to New England, where my family's from. These are less big things, but I'm equally excited about it. In the last week, I sat at a bar for the first time
that's a good feeling.
Over a year, and I also went in and sat at a diner counter for breakfast. So really sitting at counters has been the thing I'm most excited about, but I love diners. I love the New Jersey, PA, $4.95 for your 2 eggs, hash browns, scrapple, which I'm sure we may be lost on a lot of people.
I'm not a scrapple fan.
I don't even know what it is. It's like fried up intestines, but it's salty.
I'm sorry, Pennsylvania people, it just looks disgusting. Why do you eat it? I know I have family members that love it. My in-laws love it. I just can't. I'm sorry.
Another local meat that I personally think is a little overrated is pork roll.
Yeah, still not
it's
a fan.
Salty ham. There's
I'm good.
So anyways, we've now offended all of our local viewers, listeners. But
everyone in Pennsylvania, New Jersey now hates us.
That's okay. Hey, we're just engaging in conversation. Blow up those comments. Send us some information. Would love to take this debate on as we continue into Hot Girl and Hot Guy Summer.
Yes.
Great. Well, any final thoughts?
I definitely think this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get to test out some new concepts. I'm really excited. We plan on doing some TV show reviews as the summer goes on, and summer movie reviews and how we can relate them to the industry. So I'm really excited about that. And I think it's going to be fun to get to really test out some ideas. So if anyone has anything crazy they'd like to see us try, please let us know.
I'm also really excited to see who at LodeStar is going to be good on camera and who's not. So
yes, everyone's up for judgment.
Exactly. So it will be open auditions this summer, as well as any listener who wants to come on and talk about a topic loosely related to mortgages.
Yes, loosely is the goal. Loosely. So everyone stay safe and enjoy the 4th of July weekend. Don't hold fireworks in your hand. Just seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my advice. Stay
safe and have fun. Thanks for listening.
Yes.